So about a week ago I thought I should probably get another gold gun in this game because I've only got one for the entire time the game has been out. And that's like a big contrast to Black Ops 2 where I got gold for every gun in the game. And that was like half the fun I got out of Black Ops 2. And I found going for the camos in that game really fun. The difference in Ghosts is that in my opinion it just isn't fun at all. I don't know why that is. I don't know if it's because the challenge is all a bit stale or samey between the guns. But I just haven't found going for the camos in any way enjoyable. And to top it off, you have to get lean kills with almost every gun. And I can't think of anything I would rather do less than camp somewhere and lean. Just to try and get lean kills for that last camo. Even though they did half the amount of kills you need, which was a good move on their part. It still seems so boring that I haven't actually gotten around to doing it, even with the guns that I use the most. The other difference is Black Ops 2 had challenges for like the pistols and the specials. We had a blast getting the specials done. We did that at the same time, and it was hard. It was kind of frustrating at times, but it was like a really fun difficult. If you know what I mean, it was like difficult in an enjoyable way. Especially getting like the riot shield done. We did that after Christmas when all the Christmas noobs were out. And the crossbow was a nightmare, but it felt really good when you actually managed to do it. On Ghost though, to be honest, even if something like the pistols did have camo challenges, I doubt whether I'd even bother doing them. It just doesn't seem like it would be a fun thing to do. You know, on Ghost the maps are too big, the health is too low, the pistols suck, and the LMG camping recently has been huge, like it's reaching new levels. Whereas on Black Ops 2, like the pistols are actually good. You can actually run around the map and do pretty well with them. On the flip side, the one class of guns that are really easy to gold in Ghosts are the shotguns, and you can get a shotgun done in a few days of just playing normally, like even without going for the camo specifically. Part of that is because they don't require lean kills, which really cuts down on the hassle. But mostly though, it's because each camo requires about a third of the number of kills that an assault rifle does. 50 crouch kills instead of 150, 50 kills with no attachments instead of 150, etc, etc. And instead of lean kills, there's things like point blank kills, which aren't even something you have to try very hard for with a shotgun. They just happen. With that in mind, I thought I'd take on what is generally regarded as the worst shotgun in the game. The only real times I'd used the MTS before is from an ammo crate. And to be honest, on that occasion, I was pretty surprised at the range it had. It was killing from a lot further away than I thought it would. And I'd kind of assumed that it was like an even worse version of the Bulldog. So it seemed like a pretty fun idea to try it, you know, actually run around with it properly, see what I can do with it, and try and get the gold camo. Honestly speaking, it is a lot better than people seem to give it credit for. The range combined with its fire rate actually make it pretty effective. And the range is about a third more than the Bulldog as far as I can tell, if you take their ranges with a muzzle brake. And it can fire almost as quickly. The big downside of it is its clip size and its reload time. But if it wasn't for that, I would honestly expect people to be using it instead of the Bulldog. Like if the clip was the same size, I reckon people would use it in favour of it. Just to clarify though, my favourite shotgun is not the Bulldog, it's actually the TAC-12. I sincerely dislike the Bulldog for the same reasons I hate the Striker in Modern Warfare 3. It has got less range than the Striker did, but it's still the same annoying kind of spammy concept. But yeah, another thing I love about this gun is how quickly you can fire it after sprinting. This class was running ready up anyway, so you could already fire it pretty quickly after sprinting, but it's almost like instantaneous, whereas with the TAC-12 you're generally waiting half a second or so before we can fire, which is often pretty annoying. For this class I was running muzzle brake and grip. I would have loved it if you could run extended mags, but unfortunately it's like a revolver kind of chamber, so there's no extended mag available. If there was, it would have been like the one big fix for this gun. Almost would have made it kind of overpowered as a shotgun probably. I couldn't fit in Sleight of Hand in my spawn perks, but I did have it as my first Specialist unlock. If you don't run Specialist with this shotgun, you need to have Sleight of Hand in your perks. You need to reload very, very often, and it takes a long time without Sleight of Hand. One big change I would have made to this class otherwise is to swap Hardline and Scavenger. As you can see in my Specialist unlocks, I've put Hardline as a third unlock, and I cannot honestly think why I chose to do that, because that's the most useless place you can put it. I almost think I might have made this class in a bit of a rush and just put Scavenger and Hardline the wrong way around. But actually what you want is to put Scavenger in your first 3 perks that you unlock if you're running Specialist. Because the problem is, and I don't know why this is, but the MTS starts with very little ammo. I haven't specifically gone to compare it with something like the TAC-12, but I'm pretty sure the TAC-12 starts with considerably more. Because I've never had to worry about ammo on the way to a Specialist bonus with that. But with the MTS, it seemed to be running dry really quickly, and I pick up an ammo crate about halfway, well, just before my Specialist bonus on this, and even after that I don't have much ammo left. So yeah, I would definitely put Scavenger a lot sooner, and if you're not running Specialist, but you're expecting to go on quite a long streak, you may also have to put that in your initial perks, sorry. Otherwise, the muzzle brake is definitely the most important part of this setup. I ran it with Silencer for 1 match, kind of for a laugh, and it was kind of fun, but it essentially made this gun a glorified knife. Like the muzzle brake is really important. With shotguns in general, the muzzle brake really buffs range. Either way, as for the gameplay, this was almost an accidental K.E.M. I didn't really think I was going to get one with an MTS, but the streak just kind of kept going, and it's one of those nice games where everything just seems to come together nicely. You don't really get caught off guard. Which are becoming more and more rare on Kill Confirmed, I'm going to be honest, but the map choice definitely helped. Tremor is essentially the only map left I'll consistently shotgun on, other than Flooded. When the game came out, I was comfortable shotgunning on Sovereign, Octane, Freight, Strike Zone, even Warhawk occasionally, and then Tremor and Flooded, but now it's pretty much just down to those 2. Like, even Strike Zone is beginning to seem a little bit inconsistent for shotgunning. And I think on everything else, there's just too much long-range camping tactics beginning to come into play, especially as of late. I'm not sure why that's suddenly happening. Everyone seems to have suddenly discovered the M27. It's kind of annoying, but anyway. If you do enjoy shotgunning though, and you've never given the MTS a chance, I genuinely recommend it. I honestly thought I was going to have an aneurysm, like a stroke using this thing, but I was pleasantly surprised. It's honestly quite usable. I'll put the class setup that I was using in the description below, but with the Hardline and Scavenger swapped around. I generally don't like copying other people's classes myself, only because I think your playstyle often ends up becoming very much based around the perks you usually put on. And if someone suggests a class to me that uses perks that I don't usually use, and I'm missing the ones I do usually use, I just tend to start failing. But I know some people like to see class setups and try it out for themselves. Anyway, hope you enjoyed, and I will see you next time.